Hello and welcome to the Realistic Workshop, where we discuss all things craftsmanship. I'm your host, Cameron, and in today's episode, we'll be discussing 10 common mistakes beginner craftsmen make and how to avoid them. The first mistake that beginner craftsmen make is not investing in quality tools. It's understandable that as a beginner, you might not want to spend a lot of money on tools, but investing in quality tools will save you money in the long run. Cheap tools may break easily and require constant replacement, leading to frustration and wasted time. Note here that quality does not necessarily equal the most expensive option. Do your research and spend only what you are comfortable with. After all, you are just getting started. Another mistake that beginner craftsmen make is not measuring accurately. Measuring is a fundamental aspect of craftsmanship, and not measuring accurately can lead to mistakes and wasted materials. Take your time and double-check your measurements before making any cuts or joining any pieces. The third mistake we see a lot of beginner craftsmen make is not sanding enough. Sanding is a crucial step in the finishing process, and skipping it can lead to rough edges and an uneven finish. Make sure to sand your project until it's smooth to the touch, and don't forget to sand in between coats of finish. Another mistake that beginner craftsmen make is not using the right type of wood for their project. Different types of wood have different strengths and weaknesses, and using the wrong type of wood can lead to a weak or unstable project. Do some research and choose the right type of wood for your project. The fifth mistake we see beginner craftsmen make is not taking their time. Crafting is a patient process that requires attention to detail and precision. Rushing through a project can lead to mistakes and a finished product that doesn't meet your expectations. Take your time and enjoy the process. Another mistake that beginner craftsmen make is not practicing proper safety precautions. Crafting can be dangerous, and it's important to wear protective gear and follow safety protocols. Always wear eye and ear protection, and make sure to read and follow the instructions on any tools you're using. The seventh mistake that beginner craftsmen make is not planning their project before starting. It's important to have a clear idea of what you want to create before you start, including measurements, materials, and tools needed. This will help you stay organized and avoid mistakes along the way. Another mistake that beginner craftsmen make is not seeking out advice and guidance. Crafting is a learning process, and there's always room for improvement. Don't be afraid to reach out to more experienced craftsmen for advice or take a class to improve your skills. The ninth mistake that beginner craftsmen make is not being open to experimentation. Crafting is a creative process, and there's always room to try new things and experiment with different techniques. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and try something new. The final mistake that beginner craftsmen make is not enjoying the process. Crafting should be a fun and rewarding experience that allows you to express your creativity and make something with your own hands. Don't get too caught up in perfectionism and remember to enjoy the journey. And that's it for today's episode of the Realistic Workshop. Thank you for listening, and we hope you found these tips helpful. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll be discussing more realistic tips and tricks for realistic craftsmen of all skill levels.